You're invited to experience a unique American brainwashing opportunity. This multi-platinum collection has won the hearts and minds of millions. Surveillance made me famous. Take a journey to discover true American values. Propaganda.
Turn off your TV and take a break from your internet feed. Fuck your economy.
Fuck your economy. And revolution. Experience the brain-melting collection only from America's Sweetheart.
To buy America's Sweetheart, log online to www.unicoleunicron.bandcamp.com or call the number on your screen to speak to a UNICULT member who can assist you.
Hey everyone, it's me, Collar the Cat. I'm a member of UNICULT. The show's about to start. So go ahead and grab your pet, feed your pet, and give him a big snuggle. Uni bless.
Products are poison, plants are divine. Riot, not diet, now's our time. Products are poison, plants are divine. Riot, not diet, let's lose our mind.
Testing, testing. We got mics going, and we're going to turn off the pre-show. All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Sunday. We don't have a typical Cam Church service this week. We're switching everything up. Obviously, Unicole is taking some weeks off, which is incredibly well-deserved. And I feel incredibly fortunate to be here with you all today. I did not put on my robes, and that was not intentional. It just so happens that I forgot, and they're over there. But we are wearing some UNICULT merch today, which you can get at UNICULT Supply Co. on Etsy. And we have a super fun set of programming for you today, coming from not one, but two cameras. If my... Ooh! Uh-oh, my staircase. There we go. Hey, we're over here now. Great. So, everyone, want to go over just a few announcements before we get into the main crux of everything today. There are always, of course, so many things going on in UNICULT that we could spend hours just going over activities and projects and things that we have going on the Discord, on Twitter, TikTok, all the time. So if you're already a member and you want to, say, get involved with any of the media creation, we recommend become a devoted member today. And once you're a devoted member, you'll be able to go through training to be able to help out and create media for Unicole, which can be shared publicly, can be shared in the Discord server, but really if you want to help with Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and let your creativity flow through there, please become a devoted member, take the training, work closer with other members of the cult, and it can be an incredibly fulfilling experience. Of course, if you're not in Unicult, join. Joining is super easy. It is just a one-time, I believe, $11.11 fee. It is the best $11 you'll ever spend. That is available on Etsy on UNICULT Supply Co. I imagine that someone will post a link in the YouTube chat. I'll be taking a look at the YouTube chat when it comes time for prayers in a little bit, so don't fret, but at the moment I'm not going to be able to see the chat. But if you just go to the Etsy store, the application's there. It is a wonderful experience. You will get a physical application in the mail, which will give you some contact with Unicole, a survey to fill out, and once we get all that taken care of, then you will be invited to the Discord and join this loving community. So, if you are in the cult and wanting to participate, we are looking for pictures and art for the calendar for 2022. So this is going to be a really fun project. If you have any questions about it, or want to make sure that what you want to submit is, perfect for the calendar, even though all the art, our members are so incredibly creative. Contact either Ghosty or Lexi in the Discord, but let's get some submissions in so we can get a calendar for next year. I think it would be super fun. We went over how to join Unicult, and once you're in Unicult, there are so many different activities. Just to highlight a few, every Thursday night we do have Prayer Circle. Prayer Circle is open, of course, to all members, but it can also be led by all members, so there isn't a requirement for tenure or anything like that. There is more information about that in the channel, as with most of these things. The first Friday of the month, which will be coming up here pretty shortly, we do have movie night, hang out with the cult and watch a film. And also the second Friday of every month, we have game night and join Ghosty to play a game. And that can be anything from some online games to like telepathy games, or, Unicult related activities. But that's just some things to hang out and have fun. We have ASL practice on Wednesday with No True Punk. That's Wednesday afternoon. That is an amazing skill to learn. And of course, we have University, which gives members the option to teach about different subjects. Space Freckle's been doing Uni Brains, talking about psychological topics. Alex and Rue have been doing a host of other scientific discussions in that channel. So other very benefits of joining and also becoming a devoted member to lead some of these things. So join today, and that is a quick spiel about how to do that. Of course, the one of the big causes for this year was raising for Uniacres. It's a winding road. It's not as long as we all think it is. I think a lot of us and Unicole are set on 2022, focusing and getting ever so closer, even maybe getting a property next year. And we have raised over $10,000 for Uniacres, and maybe there'll be an update in the chat with what that number is. I won't see it. So I would recommend, if you wish to donate, there is Venmo information available. There's PayPal information available. Yeah. Again, keep an eye on the chat because, our members and mods are really good about putting that information out there. I don't have it. I meant to put it on a slide, but I don't have a slide for it. So please, and thank you everyone who's donated, just out of kindness donations, raffle donations. Every little bit has been super helpful, and you're really helping grow a better future because the closer we get to this becoming a thing, the more it can expand and grow to other locations and begin to welcome, people from inside the cult and outside the cult. It's really going to be a beautiful process getting there and a beautiful situation once we are there. So 2022, we're going to keep helping Uniacres grow. And so with that, that's a whole bunch of announcements, and we're going to go ahead and get into prayers. I'm going to switch to this view for just a little bit here. And I would like, we're going to go ahead and get ready for prayers. If someone would be so kind to, let me put up a mark here. Let's see here. Okay, go ahead and start putting your prayers in the YouTube chat below the prayer line. Prayer line should be there now. And I was going to start actually by reading a prayer from our prayer book. We do have prayer book and other materials in the Discord. So if you're looking for further spiritual content, we have that available in spades. But while I'm waiting on some prayers, we'll go ahead and I'll read some from our religious text, our secret religious text. And it'll take me just a second to pull up here because running Discord at the same time as OBS and everything and having the YouTube chat up right now is incredibly, it's a little tricky, a little taxing on my old Mac. So let's see here. But go ahead and get those prayers flowing. Looks amazing. Shelby, there's a chat today. I just saw, I'm not looking, just so you know, Shelby, I'm primarily not looking at the chat this afternoon, but I'm looking at it now for prayers. But otherwise, if you have any questions and anything, everyone's there to talk with your fellow cult members, and all our beautiful mods, including yourself, are there. But I am focused on the programming because we are doing a lot of different things today. A few different things. And hopefully we have some prayers coming in while I am loading up our prayer book. And again, any members that are looking for this content, it is all available on the Thursday Church channel in the server. So feel free if you want to go in there and take a look at that. It's super cool. And there we go. Okay. There's so much window arranging when you only have one desktop to do all this with. Okay, here we go. And I see the prayers rolling in. That's beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And while we're doing that, Spirit of Uni, calling you into this beautiful chat room here today. And with all these members, both people who attend Cam Church on a weekly basis, or maybe are watching for the first time. And so members and non-members and prospective members, thank you for bringing us all here today to share in this spiritual community. We're all blessed that this keeps growing and contributing so much light and help and love into the world. I'm going to go ahead and light a candle here. Oops. Or I won't. Okay. There we go. I will confirm the candle is lit. And let me go ahead and just... Okay, there we go. And so while the prayers, we're getting the last of the prayer requests in there, this is directly from our prayer book, written by Unicole, of course, with connection to the Spirit of Uni and highest love and everyone. Spirit of Uni and highest love, help me to remember my deep and true worth. Help me to see that many others before me have also been burdened by life and then have risen above that burden and made wonderful and magical changes around them. Help me to come full into my power of reality creation so that I can shape my own personal reality around me of joy and magic, regardless of what exists in social and shared reality. Help me to create and become my truest joy. Help me to share that joy with others. To raise themselves up also. Connect me to people that can help me feel at ease. Provide great purpose in my life and surround me with energies of the highest love and light to both protect and guide me. Send me blessings and miracles so that I can share those blessings and miracles with others who feel burdened by life, so that together we can build, shape, and bring life to the most beautiful Unitopia. Uni bless. And we'll go ahead and... my apartment! We'll go ahead and focus on the candle. Oh, that's not what I intended. That was not the angle we were going for here, but yeah, we're gonna not tempt fate. Okay. And let's go to... Clearly, I'm struggling with positioning my hands and the backwards reality of being on a camera. So I'm going to go ahead and go back up here to the prayers. Let's see. Here we go. All right, Spirit of Uni, we have some prayers directly from everyone in this beautiful YouTube chat room on another wonderful Sunday. Send these right up to space heaven. Let's get it going here. We are praying for a new beginning starting today in the best timeline. We are all so lucky to be alive. Life is beautiful. Erin is beautiful. Thank you. You're beautiful too. All is beautiful. Uni bless. We pray that all members of Unicole wake up in the best possible timelines. We pray for delicious lavender tea and rainy almond days. We pray for apples. We pray for abundance. We pray that no one has to see my apartment. There we go. I don't want anyone to see the staircase. We are praying for the homies every week. Lots of homies. We are praying for money flow and for their abundance. We are praying for safe and enjoyable adventures today. We are praying for all of us to be in the best possible timeline. We are praying for us to wake up from, let's say, negative dream states and negative thought patterns, because some dreams can be very beautiful and enlightening. We're praying that for everyone going through loss, praying for their friends, and that Alicia's mom raised enough money for expenses, and our love to you and your family, of course. We are praying for mental, social, and physical health. We are praying for kindness. We are praying for Mama D and all to let go and forgive themselves and others for past transgressions. We pray that everyone wears their seatbelt. Definitely. We pray for protection and merging away from apocalyptic timelines. That is literally like what we're working on right now, so that is a good call out. Thank you. We are praying for peace and the strength to be alone without being lonely. I love that. Thank you. We are praying for all members of UNICULT, past, present, and future, that can find joy and join UNICULT. We are praying for action. We pray that we all make progress in our various projects. May the spirit of creativity and collaboration help us all. We are praying for Alt Universe to get done with his coding project and everyone success in their endeavors currently. We are praying for the gays. Yes, we're praying for all diversity and everyone who is needing extra help and protection. We are praying for seasonal depression. We are praying for James from Long Island. We are praying for all of Shelby's homies as well. We are praying for Gaia's baby step-grandma in the hospital. The prayer book was made by a UNICULT member. That is amazing. We pray for them. That's beautiful. We pray for Unicole's joy. We pray for Unicole's health and rest, and that they continue to go out and have good times and wonderful Sunday rest. We are praying for the Unicole. Thank you, Shelby. We're linked up. We pray Unicole takes days off because of the fabulous magicians that Z trained. Agreed. We are praying from India, and we are praying for India and all countries. We're praying for my apartment, just that I get out of it as soon as possible. We are praying for the algorithm. Yes, we are praying for the algorithm and abundance in the algorithm. That is, please. We pray for super breakfast. We pray for good nourishment. We pray that everyone looks at super breakfast in the Etsy store. We are praying for everyone on the planet. We are praying for gay strength. We're praying for gay families and free love and trans kids and kids everywhere that need loving environments and places to grow and places to cultivate themselves. And that we all have that, actually, children and everyone else alike. We pray for apartments, and we pray that the world gets on a healthy track, physically and spiritually. Spirit of Uni, thank you so much for bringing us all together, these wonderful prayers, and the beautiful technologies that help them all come together. We pray for every member of UNICULT, past, present, and future. Uni bless. All right. Thank you all so much. That was amazing. That was fabulous. What a set of prayers. And so we're going to go ahead next and go into just a little bit of a reading. I don't want to take too long of our time with this. And so just going to go ahead and do... I'm just going to guess at a reading, and then we're going to talk about it. But we're going to do that in a little bit of a different format so that we can get to kind of the main attraction of this evening. Thank you all for submitting those prayers. Those were amazing. Oh, I want to talk about this. This is great. If you have the book, we are going to go to page 64. Imagination is Salvation. And when I think about early things in Unicult that really appealed to me, this saying, this mantra and belief was honestly one of the ones that really appealed to me. Like, I think imagination is a very underutilized tool, or it is something that is decultivated as we get older sometimes for every, by various sociological and societal factors. So if you have the book, which you can also get on Unicult Supply Co., go ahead and turn to page 64. Going to go ahead and read this, and feel free to talk about imagination in the chat. Imagination is the key to finding the creative solutions to any and all problems. It is the essential component of all solutions-based thinking. Imagination is a form of thinking deeply. Imagination taps into many different realms and allows us the unlimited energies of the universe to come through our consciousness. Imagination and positive thinking are best friends. If you let your negative thinking come into your mind, your thoughts will be stifled, and you will not reach the potential that you have. When you give love to every idea you have and reach higher for more, you will find amazing ideas, some silly, some world-changing. And I would say some silly ideas can be world-changing. Spending time in imagination with negativity is something you probably do all the time. It's really boring. It's using your imagination to think about people talking behind your back or reliving situations you think you could have done better. Things like judgment and worry are all negative-based imagination thinking. When you let go of all of that, you will be able to use your imagination to see things that will bring you a lot more joy. After you find thoughts that make you feel joyous, spend time thinking about them. Over and over, just like you did with negative thoughts. You will create a more powerful brain than you ever knew was possible. Uni bless. Oh, this is a great topic. I love it. And I am going to go ahead and shut down my secondary camera for the day because I'm going to do a sermon, but I don't want to talk that long, honestly. So, I thank everyone who comes out to Thursday church. Of course, we do have Thursday church in the Discord every Thursday night at 10:30 Eastern. Typically, it's either myself or Ghosty, and so fantastic. And we get to expand on these topics a little bit more, but I know everyone here is, we're doing a whole bunch today and interacting and having a really great time. And so today, welcome to the very first edition of 60-Second Sermon with Erin. So I'm going to talk for 60 seconds, and when that is done, we will we'll move on to the next thing. So here we go. All right, so imagination is super cool, and I think it is something that these days we don't cultivate enough as kids, and we definitely don't cultivate it enough as adults. As children, so much of our imagination, in my opinion, again, these are just all my opinion. I don't speak for Unicult or Unicole, I'm just a member. But it's easy for me to feel like so much of our imagination is directed onto projects or products or properties or intellectual properties, things that are already pre-formed and already created for us. And we want to, people try to keep us within those boundaries. So it takes a lot of work to get our imaginations into more of a free-flowing state, and things that you can do like that are just creative writing, simple play with simple toys, stuffed animals, things that are really engaging and not just, press a button and something happens, or, pick up your controller and do that. There's just so many options that you have. Like, you have to be open to thinking about how you're using your imagination now and kind of deconstruct from there. And so, imagination is salvation. It is our greatest tool for breaking out of whatever is bringing us down. And from there, we can... All right. Who am I to say no to a timer ending? And that was a 60-second sermon on engaging with your imagination. Thank you all so much for listening to that. There are so many great ways to engage with your imagination, and we find different ways to do that in UNICULT. And it's all about breaking those synaptic connections that we have now and rebuilding those connections, which is a proven thing in various forms of therapy. So this is really solid stuff. So thank you all for listening to that so much. I have kind of glanced at the chat. Thank you all. I appreciate your attention. And so we're going to go ahead and kind of to wrap things up a little bit. Last night I was so privileged to speak with Lucky, aka Thr33Lucki3, who is an amazing member of UNICULT and a great friend, a very loving and kind soul. And I am going to bring that interview up for us right now. And we are going to watch an interview together. And if there are any members of UNICULT that are interested in participating and being interviewed on the show... Oh, why can't I stop it? Why can't I stop it? Okay, there we go. Nope. Is it not? Okay, there it goes. Oh my gosh. Tried so hard. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger. We're going to listen to this interview. And I'll be back on right after this and we'll just wrap everything up. But welcome. And if you're interested in being a part of something like this and it's something you feel comfortable with and are willing to do, speak to Ghosty. I know Ghosty has plans to do this as well, which is amazing. Just let someone know that we are willing to do this on a Sunday, and we'll make it work for you, of course. So Uni bless. I'm going to bring this out a little bit more and enjoy the interview.
Join the cult. That would be a good name for it. Who joined the cult? And
all right, that's what we're calling
that'll get a great graphic. Okay. So today I am honored and blessed to be joined here by Lucky. Lucky is a fabulous member of UNICULT. Thank you for coming on this inaugural different thing that happens on Sunday for a little while. Definitely appreciate it. So we'll get down to the nitty gritty. How did you find UNICULT? What's the whole logistics of the whole thing?
I have prepared a short musical story of how I found UNICULT. So give me a second and I'll let you know. I saw Unicole descended from space heaven in the Vice videos. Ear had a mustache, and I said to myself, I could join a cult. Call 1-800-UNICOLE. Unibless, thank you very much.
That was awesome. Thank you so much.
I saw Unicole in a thumbnail on YouTube scrolling one day, and I just was like, that looks like my type of human being. So I clicked on the video, and I really liked what I saw and what Vice had to share, even though it's Vice. So, they watered down the energy a little bit, I think, with their vice professionalism. And I went to Camp Church, and then after like 6 weeks of catching Camp Church on and off, I was like, I'm gonna join the server because this looks like fun. And it has been a lot of fun.
I'm so glad. That's so cool, and thank you for the song. That's cute. Could you hold up the? Is it a ukulele?
Yes, ukulele.
That's amazing. It is definitely gonna go into the background a little bit, but I do. Whoa, whoa, whoa! All one, all one. So, that's fantastic. The Vice video was how I found Unicult. It is over 1 million views at this point, so that was really fantastic coverage, and
Yes.
really blessed to have that. That seems to happen a whole bunch. So for when you joined, obviously cult is a super loaded word, and we hear Unicole answer this question all the time. But as a member, when you saw the word cult, what did you think?
Of course, I had preconceived notions of what a cult is and how a cult behaves. I was totally expecting something almost satirical or caricature of what I think that like occult practices really would be. I did definitely expect some kind of like witchy, magic ritual, you know, schematics. But the setup of this organization has been so engaging in a different way than I had originally expected. And I definitely, something that I didn't think about the first time that I did start engaging is how this group behaves through, the e-portal of the internet and through the systems and tools that are available to us, because the accessibility aspect of Unicult has been part of the friendly part that felt really welcoming, because I could come to it anytime I needed it and anytime in general, but it also allowed me to have events to connect with the other cult members. I think that it lived up to my expectations. I think that I'm very grateful for having found it, and it succeeded what I could have thought that it would give me.
That is awesome. And it's really cool to hear. And you've been a super positive and fun part of the community and the Discord server. And, we do have a lot of events, but I think something that doesn't get hit on enough is how just on a day-to-day basis, the friendly, welcoming nature of the normal interaction. And at least that's been my experience. I tend to find it to be one of the more nicer places on the internet, which is either saying a lot or a low bar. Either way, internet, that's on you. So I guess to kind of wrap things up, however these things are supposed to wrap up, I don't know. But one of the other tenets that I think is really important for people, especially when they're just getting in, is you can come into Unicult with your own spirituality, your own conception of higher powers, this, that, or the other thing. And so with your own spirituality, amount or lack thereof, wherever it is for you, we're all different. How does what we talk about in Unicult, how is it kind of meshed with whatever you brought to it for yourself?
I think that the background of a human being, just the spiritual roots of a person, has a lot to do with their beliefs. And I grew up in what I consider to already be a sort of mishmash of different beliefs. My mom taught, karma and things like that, even though those aren't explicitly Christian beliefs. And my mother expressed a lot of pieces of other religions and things like that. So I think that Unicult vibed with me really hard from that point of reference. But I also grew up in a conservative state. And I think that there is a symptom of being a different person that makes me kind of maybe be more attracted to things that are the opposite of conservative. So I have had some experience like talking to Mormon girls and stuff like that. So there's a wide frame of reference that I think gets touched on with Unicult, and I think that's part of why it's so compelling for a lot of different kinds of people, and even for people who aren't necessarily even spiritual, because it focuses on the basis of the belief of loving our spiritual being and experiencing joy and healing evil, right? Those are the metaphorical stories taught in everything from Jesus and Muhammad to, BCE, before Common Era. Like, the things that are taught is about your own personal power. Unicult is empowering. And that's why I think that it's different from a lot of other constructs that are a little bit limiting, because you are allowed to do what you need to do, and you're allowed to take up space, and you are allowed to be glorious for who you are and what you are, instead of having to conform to a certain set of beliefs.
That is a cool answer. Thank you so much for elaborating on that. We're really a big spiritual melting pot, and not everyone has.
I love that. Sounds like America.
It does, right? Like an ideal, at least, and so you can bring, as long as you're not harming anyone. And so lastly, these are some pretty big, heavy topics. Like, what do you think of Cole? What about your religious upbringing? Let's talk about that. So obviously here on YouTube, we're going to get a lot of people who see this right now or in the future who are not in Unicult, and they only hear us talk about it and plug it every week here on this channel and also Unicole's channel. So what is, the philosophical part is great and the spirituality is great, but what is for you, what is just the most fun? What is the most joy? What is just like, this is the fun part, I love it?
The privilege of Unicult is the community, in fact, the connection and the friends that I have made, because it's a safe place, it's reliable, it's friendly to many different kinds of people. If you don't follow the rules, you don't get to stay. And the fundamentals of the group, I think, keep the community at a healthy foundation, so that you can have a comfortable space to be yourself and express and talk to each other and interact. It's really set up as a community system and a network. And I think that's what is fun about it and what is truly fulfilling about it, because whenever I, bought the membership, even, I'm investing in my community, and um, hypothetically, you know, politically, stuff like that, these people I see socially, they are more like me, or they're more open to hearing what I actually am, instead of um, getting sucked into like an actual brainwash. Like I really do think that the freedom of expression in Unicult is larger than most platforms, because it's a small community and it's really intimate. It's a space to meet people, and it's also a space, I think, to build a future for ourselves spiritually.
I agree 100%. And it really is like, there's hundreds and hundreds of people in the server, and there's thousands of members who are not on the Discord. And if that's one of you, come on, join the Discord. Um, and not all of us are gonna agree on everything all the time. We're not gonna follow a doctrine or something like that. But what we can have, and this ends up being very productive, is open, heartfelt conversations and empathy and understanding. And what we all are striving for is a better future. And who can't get behind that? So I want to go ahead and hand the virtual mic over to Lucky. I want to super thank you for coming on and chatting with us and sharing yourself and your music and your story with YouTube. That's a pretty big thing to do. So Uni bless you for that so much. Do you have anything you want to plug? Do you have anything you want to ask? Anything at all? Go ahead, floor's yours.
If you are in the Discord server, make sure that you come to Unibrunch after you watch this, after it previews. And I want to say thank you to you for having me. Thank you very much, Erin. And I also want to say thank you to Unicult and all my amazing Unicult family members. Thank you for watching. Hit me up in the chats, send those memes and stuff. And it's great to share a space with you, because you are all so wonderful and amazing, and virtual hugs and all of that and stuff like that. I appreciate you. I'm grateful. Uni bless.
Uni bless. Thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome.
All right, everyone. Welcome back. Big thanks, of course, to Thr33Lucki3 for doing that interview. That was fantastic. Could not have imagined it going any better than that. So thank you for an amazing first outing and first edition of Who Joins a Cult? Thank you again, Ghosty, for that amazing logo and getting my brain vision exactly right. Super amazing. So we're just going to close out here, like Lucky mentioned in the interview. If you are in UNICULT, my ring light is right in my glasses. If you're in the UNICULT Discord server, another perk is as soon as this stream is over, we'll be having Uni Brunch in the video chat chill zone. You can go hang out on video or audio and just have a conversation and chill afternoon with your cult family. And tonight, typically there is story time. So if you want to wind down your Sunday with some tall tales or fairy tales, or we read My Immortal, so that's kind of an idea of the wide variety of fun we have. I know the next time we have a member edition, Ghosty will be providing a Sunday service for us, so very much looking forward to that. Of course, again, if you want to join Unicult, you can go to Unicult Supply Co. on Etsy, and the 1111 is an amazing investment to a wonderful community, especially in an age where community is so incredibly important. And finally, subscribe, smash that like button, and hit the notification bell, because there's always going to be great content from members on this channel. So thank you all very much for coming tonight. As Spirit of Uni, bless everyone here in the chat room and those watching later on the replay. And thank you for your attention, and thank you for listening to us here in Unicult. Uni bless.